The Podical Sons.
Welcome back to the best no judgment zone in the world, because neither one of us don't have any law degrees. I'm Marvelous.
And I'm not your average Joseph.
And we are the Podical Sons. Let's start the show. It's good, man.
Well, you know, it seems to be all about job security nowadays. I mean,
people got to pay bills, man. It's Christmas time coming up, man.
That's it, and it's being part of the auto sector as my type of full-time job, and seeing the recent events with the whole GM plant closing in Oshawa kind of gets you thinking of to where things is going, and you know how's the auto sector gonna stay vibrant in Canada.
Right.
Now, guy, have you been familiar with what's going on?
No, I seen the closing. I heard about the closing. It's gonna happen and stuff for the next year. And I want to say I got the gist of everything pertaining to, like, people are gonna be losing jobs. The union had to jump in and stuff, whatever. And that the one day that they announced it, but everybody said it was inevitable on the way how everything was popping off, right?
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
I just got the gist of all that type of stuff, whatever. I'm like, you can shed some light for me, man.
Yeah, I mean, well, I've probably been within the industry for maybe the past 2 years or so. So, when I first got there, you know, there was already GM was already in a position where it was kind of struggling. And I mean, we're looking at a time that was probably not too far off after the whole bailout of the auto sector.
That was like what, 08, 09?
I'm thinking.
Yeah, with the stimulus packages was going on.
Right. So call around 08, 09. A lot of these companies were suffering to stay afloat, or at least saying that they're suffering to stay afloat, and a lot of restructuring has been going on. So we're looking from that point. And then what's kind of been happening as far as trends, you know, as far as the economy and so forth, right? So we take a look at GM. Actually, let's look at GM and Chrysler, because those are probably the two biggest manufacturers in Ontario, and they're both run by the same auto union.
Okay.
And the reason why I bring up Chrysler is because they've actually had a plant closure already.
How long ago was this?
I want to say this is about 2 or 3 years back.
Okay.
Could be even 4. But they had a plant closure, and at the time they were making, I believe it was the Caravan they were doing over there. The Dodge Caravan,
right. That's the ultimate family van right there, man.
So what they told the employees was that they were discontinuing the Dodge Caravan, and there was really nothing to replace it. So that's the factory out in, I believe it was Windsor, right? So in Windsor, they made the Dodge Caravan. In Brampton, they make the Challenger, Charger, and the 300.
They don't make the Magnum no more?
No, I think the Magnum was discontinued for a while now.
Gotcha.
But even with that said, if they made the Magnum, it wouldn't be at that plant. That plant pretty much just takes care of sedans.
Oh, okay.
Whereas the Windsor plant pretty much was just like minivans. So they told them they were discontinuing the minivans, only to find out that they opened up a factory in Mexico and the minivans went there. So there's a big dynamic going on that you know the regular people don't see.
But
right?
they're giving the Mexican people the jobs.
Well, this is the thing. So I mean, we're all part of the NAFTA trade agreement that they're now trying to revamp, make it a little bit better for everyone. But part of the NAFTA agreement is the auto sector, right? So, you know, I mean, these big companies, they employ millions of people around the world. So they got factories all around the world.
Right.
But their typical setup that I've seen within this side of the world is Mexico, United States, and Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Well, between the three of those countries, we know Mexico has the cheapest labor and probably the biggest disregard to the social economic part of it.
They're just trying to make some paper, man.
The pollute, you know what I mean? There's not a heavy oversight on pollution and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's right. That's true. Because I remember, like in Mexico, I think Mexico City, they got oxygen bars there because there's that much pollution and stuff popping off there.
So if you think about it, it's less regulated, right?
Right.
The employees we're making less, and that was part of the NAFTA agreement, was to try and help the Mexicans raise their pay scale to kind of match what was going on in the U.S. and Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Because compared to what the counterparts were getting paid, I mean, it's pretty much measly pennies compared to what we were getting.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of that, they had to work extra long hours doing stuff. You know what I mean? Just to even make it work, right?
Right.
So with that being said, it's obviously cheaper for a GM, a Chrysler, or any other company for that matter. It doesn't even have to be in the auto sector. It's cheaper, more profitable if you have work in Mexico. It is what it is.
True.
So you're looking at major global corporations whose bottom line is what it is, and they could care less to what it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for a minute now, we've been losing jobs to the south of the border. So that's the situation with one of the Chrysler plants. Now, again, they said they were going to discontinue the Caravan, but caravans, things like vans and SUVs are what's really making the market gravitate right now.
Because families need to get around.
Families need to get around, right? So what we see now is a pickup with the SUVs and the minivans within a particular market, and a decrease in what we would look at as sedans and
coupes,
that sort of thing, right?
Yeah.
So, if you're not selling sedans or coupes, minivans and SUVs are the only things that's selling, then the sedan business suffers, right? And we also gotta realize also the new innovations that's happening.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are going hybrid. A lot of people are going electric.
They don't make electric or hybrid vans?
Not at these plants. Right? So what would have to happen with those plants is that they would have to be retooled in order to now be able to make a specific
that's gonna need some
vehicle.
Money.
Right? And that's gonna take investments. It's gonna take major investments, right? So GM was already on the brink of closure simply because they created sedan cars that nobody was buying. Right?
Right.
They were a 3-shift operation. It's gone down to 1 shift. They employed over 5,000 at one point. I think it's down to like roughly 1,000 or something like that who are currently employed at GM. The numbers may be off.
Right.
But the fact of the matter is, when they were in their prime, they employed more people. Now that they're selling less, they employ less people. So what happens now is that during this process, nobody's buying these GM cars. They're losing money, right? So you really can't operate from a losing standpoint. So these are what these companies are looking at. Now, again, I was saying GM was slated for foreclosure earlier, but what happened with that time was they got contracts for minivans and trucks.
Right.
So they started making trucks, and those were selling. right? So that kind of sustained them for a while. But again, we're in an ever-changing global market, and if you're having trucks or light or mid to light heavy vehicles as something that you're manufacturing that and it carries you so far, the other half is doing sedans and it's not carrying you at all.
True.
Then at some point, the powers that be are going to make that decision of how do they stop the money from leaking out.
Shut down plant.
They're going to shut down plants. So this is what's happening right now with General Motors in Oshawa. The plant's not making money. It's probably costing them money
to keep it open. Well, yeah, because the electric bill and all that
right.
shit has started to run.
It's actually probably costing them more money than it is to keep it open than anything else. So they're gonna close it. All right. So this sets off a chain reaction of things, because we're not looking at just the GM employees. We got to figure out, for every one person at GM who's making a car, there's probably like maybe 6 counterparts.
What do you mean?
What I mean is, if you buy a GM vehicle, the GM vehicle that's being manufactured at the GM factory,
yeah,
the seats are coming from somewhere else. So there's another place.
I thought they did all that shit in house.
There's another place that just manufactures seats for GM cars,
and it's not in that factory.
Not in that factory. That's a total separate company, right? You have
Is that the same for every company?
That's the same for every company.
In fact, if I want a Bentley and I bought a Bentley and stuff, whatever, and I'm thinking Bentley makes everything in that factory, the seats might come from friggin' Lazy Boy or something like that?
Seats may come from Lazy Boy. However, Bentley will commission Lazy Boy to, let's say, I need 1,000 seats just for replacements. So you're never knowing that they're coming from Lazy Boy, because they're already going to be at GM. Right? So seat manufacturing, that's a different company. Right? All the plastic moldings and stuff like that, for the scuff plates and stuff like that, that's a different company. Right? The people who make the steering wheels, listen, the only thing that they do at those plants is assemble.
Oh.
Even the engine comes from a different plant.
Damn.
The only thing that they do at these plants is assemble. There's no real manufacturing at all. So if you think about it, if you're closing a plant like GM, all those other part companies and part suppliers are no longer supplying parts. So what does that mean for them? Right? Mm-hmm. How do they survive through it? So it's a real big chain reaction. They're saying for every one employee, you're looking at maybe 7.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
So from an automotive perspective and an automotive sector perspective, it's a real damaging blow. Right? So then now, we scratch our heads because we're still at Chrysler. We're still making cars, right?
Right.
But what are we making? We're making sedans.
Sony,
you know what I mean?
Time.
And it's just it just so happens that the sedans that we make are cars that people actually want and buy. So that's what's keeping us floating right now. And your hopes is that the company keeps introducing cars that people will go out and buy.
Right.
But how many people do you know? Okay, well then, how many people do you know buy domestic cars?
Shit, I want to say, out of my peoples, maybe 1 out of every 10.
Okay,
because everybody know they prefer a rice rocket. And those are the Hondas and the Acuras and everything like that.
So even if they are thinking sedan, chances are the sedan that they're thinking of ain't North American.
Ain't North American. Exactly.
Right? So not only are they losing out to the SUV and the truck segment, they're losing out to foreign car makers.
The imports, yeah.
The imports. And at some point, they got to say, well, you know what? We create gas operated cars. The future is electric.
Right.
So we got to now start investing in electric, right? So, well, how do you invest in electric? You cut where the money's draining from, and you use that money and then do your investing. So, the best thing for GM and Oshawa, or because they're still trying to hold out, still trying to keep the faith. I mean, the only thing that's really going to keep that plant open is if they get a new vehicle that's slated for production.
And what if they can't wait till that long?
But that's the problem.
Oh,
right?
That's where the cookie crumbles then.
That's where the cookie crumbles.
Oh,
they're slated to close. The door closes sometime in 2019.
Yeah.
So they have that's why the news came out now, because I think they have, per contract, they have a year in which this particular model that they're now creating is set to end at. Mm-hmm. So 2019 is when this specific model is ending at. After that, there's no more models going into that factory. So that's literally where the door closes. And, they make investments here, they make investments there, but investments really don't make nothing, because even in Windsor, the same Chrysler plant that I was telling you about, they made an investment for a brand new paint shop. Built the brand new paint shop and everything, get ready to build a factory. Not one car got painted in that paint shop.
Yo, but could you imagine, like, you a co-worker, like you one of those workers that's working in there, and this shit's about to shut the fuck down? Are you really gonna go in there with like full steam ahead, or are you already just saying, you probably walking in listening to Michael Jackson every day, singing "This Is It," and you're done? Because like, if you're an older dude or older person and stuff, whatever, you get ready to say, you know what, fuck it, your retirement might come a little bit earlier. So you're making plans and stuff for that. But if you're younger and everything like whatever, you have no future to look forward to that, do you?
But, and then this is what you look at. And here's the catch-22. Because you reach the age of retirement, don't mean you gotta retire.
That's fact.
You understand? So some of these people have been working at GM from the age of 19.
And probably still working past 68.
So they by the time they hit 50, 30 years in, they retire. They can retire. You understand? Right. But who really wants to retire at 50?
Me?
So I'm dying to retire at 50.
I'm about to say, shit, I got plans. My body can still work at 50.
Then. But okay. So these people are past the exception.
Oh, okay.
You understand?
Okay.
So I guess they feel like
1-800, my bad.
I feel like felt like they're gonna be bored at home. Something this, that, and other. So they really don't want to retire. Right. You understand? So here you are. You have a workforce that's potentially able to retire, right? Then you have these new employees coming in who still gotta get 30 years under their belt before they can consider anything. So when stuff like this happens, the old schoolers don't care. Because they should have been retired. Right? So, you know what I mean? It's just a regular work day for them.
So, hold on, question for you. So now, what if, age 51, not 50, 51?
Yeah.
You had the choice to retire. What's the first thing you gonna do?
At age 51?
Age 51. Your body part's still functioning properly. I don't think you need blue diamonds, no Viagra's, no Cialis. You can still move. I don't think you need a walker like that. Hopefully you don't fuck up your hip. What you doing when it's still to retire at 51?
I think the first thing I'm going to do is get a gym membership.
If you don't use it, you lose it.
That's right. That's right. You know, there's a good percentage of people who die after they retire.
Pretty much. I heard somebody say this and stuff like when you're an older person and stuff after you retire, you're just waiting to die. I was like, that's fucked up. But it's facts.
It's facts. You understand? So you head into retirement. You gotta really start thinking or planning your life after retirement. And that's the problem. A lot of people don't plan for retirement. True. What they want to do after they just figure, I'm retired and that's it. Well, then you retire, but what you gonna do day in and day out for the next, or to the ending of your life? right? And if you ain't got nothing planned, you're just gonna sit there. You're just gonna waste away, especially if you're a person who's been doing physical activities for work all this time.
True. That's true. You're absolutely right.
To now, you know what I mean? There's no way you could probably just sit still all of a sudden. So that's why I'm saying, personally, I'm going to get a gym membership.
I think I might do the gym membership and stuff, too. The only thing I might add to that and stuff, whatever, is that I might do some, I want to say old people shit that I always was interested in.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how to fucking play bridge. But I'll probably learn how to play some fucking bridge.
Get yourself some bridge partners?
Yeah. Be like, yo, throw the cards down bridge. I don't even know if they say
some
that.
Spades, some parcheesi.
You're goddamn right. I might not be that strong enough to slam down some dominoes no more, whatever, but it just might come with a little force, like, and pray my dentures don't drop in the process. I'm slamming shit down, but I'm good.
Yeah, definitely. Get a hobby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Something to keep them. I two things that I know definitely I got to do at the point of retirement.
Yeah.
Is keep my body busy.
Absolutely.
And keep my mind busy.
Yeah, I mean, that's simple for me. I want to say gym, video games. I'm already there.
You're already there.
I'm already there.
You're already there. And just, you know what I mean? And obviously, even in retirement, I still want to be doing something. So, probably when I figure out, I'm gonna retire in the next couple of years, I'll probably maybe start setting up smaller little things that will take my time or take up some of my time and be productive. Maybe bringing in a little extra change and so forth like that. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about. That's why we have we have stuff like this, because we can do this till we're 90. You know what I mean?
Yeah, pretty much.
We can, by that time, we don't need to be speaking in any mics, because we'll just be shooting thoughts with our brain waves, and it'll just be hitting the computer and recording.
I think it'll go from the Podical Sons to the Podical Pops. Cause we'll be old as shit, and be like, huh, what's that? And then, to continue on with the show.
Podical gray ones.
I don't know, man. I mean, I feel it for GM. After you explained it and stuff like that.
I feel it for GM, not only for GM.
For the workers and the extra bodies and stuff. Because I never thought that even a chair or anything like that. I thought everything was in-house. But like how you explained it and stuff, there's another 6 to 7 more companies attached to it, whatever. Jeez.
And how our plant operates is everything is on-time shipping, on-time delivery. So we actually don't even store parts. You understand?
Right.
There's on the highway, when we see these trucks going back and forth on the 401,
they're bringing the products.
A lot of these trucks are carrying parts for people.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? To be manufactured.
Gotcha.
So again, it's like, GM goes down, but there's a domino effect that follows right behind it.
Right.
Right? So that's it, man. Prayers for those who are, just starting out in there and they got years to go before they hit retirement. You know what I mean? Hopefully there's something in your back pocket for you. And then, the others who are at the age of retirement, they're just going to retire.
They're going to retire.
They're just going to retire.
Our thoughts and prayers into the young ones, man.
Yeah. And it's just everybody else that's, working for a domestic car company now, looking at the state of sedans and just hoping that, they just buy more sedans.
Pretty much.
Because Ford is gonna face the problem. The only thing with Ford is Ford does a lot of SUVs. You know what I mean? So they have the Ford Explorer, they have the Escape, and I think some of those Jeeps are actually made here.
Okay.
So you know what I mean? As long as there's a demand for SUVs, they should be okay. They should be okay.
Yo, I was gonna ask you, what's your take on this Huawei executive? She's being detained.
It's funny because when the news first broke, I was like, what the hell she do? I was like,
that's what I'm saying.
It's like, oh, we got this high level representative from the
CFO, Chief Financial
Officer, and they arrested her, and I was like, yo, what she do?
You know what? Maybe if she was a dude,
Yeah.
I might take it for like she did some other shady shit while she was, off
she was
conducting
here.
business.
Yeah.
But because it's a woman,
Yeah.
my guard was kind of let down and stuff. And I was like, yo, she's moving coke. But I'm like, well, she don't need to move coke because they got money. So
They got mad money. So I was like, and the company, what she worked. First of all, how you pronounce that company name again?
Huawei.
Huawei. All right, so I started seeing the phones a few years back.
Right.
My wife's brother Sheldon, he's like gadget man. You know what I mean? Anything new, anything electronic wise comes out, he's always on top of it. So he first introduced me to the brand as far as the phone is concerned. So I knew about them for a while, and when they said that she worked for the company, and it just sent me into further chaos, because I'm like, okay, CFO for a high level phone manufacturer, why are they arresting her? Right. Then so after that drops, then I hear the U.S. wants her to be extradited. So I'm saying, okay. Now we starting to get in some real areas here.
That's what I was saying. I was like, yo, when you extradite somebody and shit, whatever, they on some shit.
They on some shit. And I'm saying, okay, well then, that means the Canadian government didn't really want you. But they holding you for Big Brother.
Pretty much,
right? So then now I'm saying, okay, they want her to be extradited. I'm saying, and then it's still puzzling me because she's a CFO.
Exactly.
For a well-known manufacturing cell phone company. Right? So I'm like, nah. And just like, I mean, I remember we were discussing this the other day. When news comes out, it's always small bits.
They're giving out.
By the time the afternoon hits, you get maybe partial of the story. By the time the next day hits, you get a little more pieced in. So now, I'm starting to find out that apparently this lady has been operating through a shell company.
Yeah.
And I guess doing business with Iran, who's under sanctions. So this is where everything all now comes together. Whereas, okay, you're doing dirty business behind the back of the G8 countries who put the sanctions on Iran to make a little money hustle.
Yo, money don't sleep, man.
Money don't sleep, man. So here it is. And just so funny we're bringing this up because earlier today, while they're still trying to get while the US is still trying to get Canada to extradite this lady, right? China is saying, listen,
let my people
go. If you extradite this lady, you're gonna have some problems, right? They told us we're gonna have some problems. Earlier this morning, watching the news, why are they saying an ex-diplomat, Canadian, has been detained in China?
Yo, I'm telling you, man, there's a billion of them over there, man. You really want to mess with them?
Well, listen. Already, they didn't. I did say ex-diplomat, right?
Ex.
So this dude is like, I'm retired. My work is over. Listen, I kind of like China. I'm gonna hang out a bit, kick it back, eat me a little dim sum.
Got him. They snatched his ass, man.
They just looked at dude. Listen. We don't care if you a diplomat no more. You're
Canadian.
Canadian.
You're Canadian, man.
You're Canadian, man.
They want to hold one of ours. We gonna
hold
one of theirs.
you. We gonna hold you. You understand? So now it's gonna be something. I'm eager to see what's gonna happen now.
Yo.
Because are we looking for an exchange for an exchange?
I think that's what they're doing. I think that's what they're gonna look to do and stuff. They're like, yo, we'll let one go.
Yeah.
If you let ours go.
Yeah.
Because the news headlines everywhere and stuff, it says China demands you release CFO.
And not only are they demanding that you release the CFO, but check this out. I mean, that CFO, if she gets extradited to the U.S. and found guilty as charged, they saying life imprisonment or 30 years of life life imprisonment.
Yep.
So, and I'm looking at this lady. She looks like a nice lady, maybe late 30s, early 40s, young looking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
CFO probably probably just had no inkling that it would just go this sour. But that's what it is, man. I'm curious to find. I'm curious to know how they found out.
That's what I want. So that's my thing. I want to know, how did they find out? Because if this has been going on for a bit, and in a cut, I'm like, where did it leak from? It came out from somewhere.
Yeah, it'd have to come from somewhere.
There's gonna be a whistleblower out there somewhere like that. Whatever. I don't know if it might have been her side boo somewhere.
We're gonna find out soon enough, man. We're gonna find out soon enough, because it's another level of seriousness now that they have this Canadian hostage.
Right.
You understand? Now Canada has to really think about how they're gonna maneuver.
Cause they gotta play nice with US, man.
They got it. Yeah,
they gotta play nice with US.
Nice with US, right?
Right.
You got your Canadian delegation that wants to make sure that, hells yes, you protect Canadians.
Yeah.
You understand? So it's a very delicate dynamic.
Gotta play nice with the US. They got a lot to say, all across boards. You know they got a petty president, right? So the whole situation stuff. If they don't play nice, he'll find a way to just be petty and fuck some shit up, right?
Well, and that's just the thing, because we've, over this whole NAFTA agreement, we've already been having tensions with the U.S.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. You got to play proper and stuff with orange is the new black over there. And I mean, that be that. I don't know what to say, man. My president is kind of different. Yo, speaking of presidents, did the Bush funeral make you feel anything? How did it make you feel?
Okay, first and foremost, I think I found out he died like days later.
Yo,
I'm gonna be honest.
Salute to the dead.
I'm gonna be honest, man.
Yo.
Listen.
No, man, hold up, man. Hold up.
I kept hearing them mention.
Yeah.
Bush. And it still didn't click in, because there's like 101 Bushes.
There's like 10 Bushes, man.
So I knew that Bush Senior was sick for a while, and he
went to one of the Super Bowls and stuff for that, and they rolled him out in a wheelchair,
and stuff
for a
like
coin
that.
toss, whatever, right? So I knew him like, oh, he coming up there.
Yeah, so he been sick for a while.
So hold on, put a thumbtack in that. Why is it that people can't say anything bad about the dead? That's my thing, because
don't speak ill of the dead.
They don't speak ill of the dead, because this man, he's been a cause of a lot of shit.
Oh, for sure.
When he was alive,
for sure.
So that's why I'm like, CNN and everywhere kind of wrote it off like, this is a sad day in America. For what? You know what that man did? Have you heard of Persian Gulf? Like, yo, there's a lot of shit he did, much less his son. But that's what I'm saying. I'm like, yo, his son is not the person we're talking about now. We're talking about George Sr.
Listen, it's funny, right? Because...
Hold on, but answer that. Why we can't talk bad about the dead? If you've been a fucked up person and stuff when you were alive...
Listen, man. I hold no punches, bro.
Oh, okay. We the same.
Man, listen.
This is the Podical Sons world. We won't hold.
Listen, man. If you was a dirtbag in life, you was a dirtbag in death.
Straight goods.
You understand? I'm not prettying up nothing for nobody. Whoever want to speak pretty about you at your funeral, that's their job. That's them. You understand? But I'm going to call it like I see it. If you are a dirtbag in life, you're a dirtbag in death. Only now I just can't tell you that you're a dirtbag.
Yeah,
that's probably the only thing.
That's it.
That's the only thing.
That's
you understand?
it.
Only thing people will complain. Well, you should have said it to his face. Well, all right. You know, I'm pretty sure hundreds of people have said it to his face. Yeah. And I'm gonna speak the truth.
You give me a megaphone with with all his Secret Service agents and everything like that. Would I say my shit?
I'm gonna speak the truth to his grade, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, now with that being said, again, all this thing, and I just hear Bush. I tune that stuff. I just tune out. You know what I mean? So it wasn't until like maybe the second or third day I was like, oh shit, nigga dead.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the funny thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I didn't really pick up on it because I don't think he was. Outside of the U.S., so I don't really think he was like a liked or loved president.
Hell no.
To the point where like
Obama.
heaven forbid, Obama laid dead right now.
The whole world shut down.
The next 2 minutes, the whole world know.
The whole world shut down. Fact.
Right? So, but just the type of character this Bush man was, listen, he passed and people was like, okay. You know what I mean? I think only like the real like Republicans and those who are really gun-ho patriot Americans really, at the end, their whole thing is at the end of the day, okay, he's a president. He was the president of the United States. He advanced us forward, regardless on how he did it.
Right.
He advanced us forward to the point where we are today. You understand? And if we really take a stop, look back into history, and look at all the forward progresses countries and empires have made, their leaders had a little bit of dirtbag in them.
True.
Did a little dirtbaggish stuff.
True.
You understand? So, it is what it is. I think the problem is that in death, they want to celebrate all the stuff that's triumphant, all the stuff that he did to move stuff forward. But I want to speak about the ills. But I think you got to speak about the ills just as much, because it was not only the good that moved the country forward, but the ills moved the country forward too.
Well, yeah. I mean, some people and stuff are like, who was it, the Filipino president? Duarte.
Duarte, yeah.
Duarte, that dude, I like him. My man's just like, yo, we need to make an example of these peoples. So it tells other people and stuff, whatever, hey, you want to be a criminal? This is what you going to get.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's facts. He's like, why are we wasting tax dollars and stuff, money that can go back to the people to rehabilitate people that want to convict the same crime over and over again or whatever. Again. But other people look at it stuff as like, that's tyranny. That's inhumane. But hey, that's part of his whole dance.
That's part of his whole dance.
So that's what I'm saying. So if it comes to a day, if he passes and everything like that, whatever, we going to talk about it, but we going to look at like what? How much of the bad actually worked out for the good. Because when he was just, I think, the mayor of a place, of a city and stuff out there in the Philippines,
yeah,
that was the most crime-free place and stuff whatever in Asia. I think the second most crime-free place in Asia, next to like a Buddhist monk temple or something, whatever, I believe, in Thailand or something like that. So I was like, clearly he's doing some right shit.
But that's it, right? So
and that's what I'm saying. Like, America still was standing after the Persian Gulf thing, but it took an impact, but it led to so much other things. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, Bush kind of opened up some things.
Yeah.
And I guess the war side of stuff, whatever, kind of worked for a few people and stuff, whatever, and brought dollars in to a whole bunch of people, the powers that be at that time. But it left it too open to be fucked up and stuff. For the World Trade Center happened the first time, all that other type of stuff, whatever and everything. Remember, those things and stuff happened on like his watch.
Yeah, and
then when it went down, it happened on his son's watch.
Well, and here's the thing, you know what I mean? Listen, you advance yourself over your enemies. Don't mean that your enemies forgot.
No, hell no.
You understand? And don't mean your enemies are entirely defeated.
Right.
They just, they could just be regrouping, coming up with another plan, coming up with something. But they never stay defeated. And you never stay the top dog for long. You understand? Right now, U.S. is fighting with China to try and keep that top dog position.
True.
You understand? We can have a whole nother podcast on China's human rights policies and so forth.
Right.
Right? But in China, I'm pretty sure the people are glad that they're progressing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Of course there's gonna be the population that's suffering, But then there's going to be the population that's striving and going forward. And as long as the economy and everything else is striving and going forward, they could be happy with it.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So
That's true.
It's weird, man. But I didn't shed a tear for Bush. I seen a lot of people show their game face. I seen a couple of comments of I think Michelle Obama had made really, really good words. You know what I mean? Really good words. But then again, you know what I mean? You're in a position where it would not be advantageous for you to slander the president. Especially when
you got a book dropping.
You got the book dropping. People are saying, "Hey, this could be the next president."
Yeah, she could run.
All this and the third. So she's got, you know what I mean, you got to be tactful. Plus, you know what I mean, your husband was a president, and there's a form of respect that's given to the president, whether you're in office or you're not in office.
Right.
You understand? So, with that being said, you know, a lot of people spoke good about him, who were probably speaking ill about him prior, but just figured, okay, now it's not the time, and just left it at that. It's funny because at the funeral, Bush Jr. slipped Michelle a sweetie. This is the second time he slipped Michelle a sweetie. He did that. Who's the one that passed before? Someone just passed not too long ago to another.
Was it Carter? Jimmy Carter?
Was it Jimmy Carter? I think he slept. He snuck her sweetie there too. Obama, you gotta start checking people, bro.
Yeah, but he got a thing for chocolate though.
Obama, you gotta start checking people, bro.
You got a thing for chocolate.
You can't have people, you know, just slipping your wife candy and shit. Nah, bro.
He got a thing for chocolate, man. I mean,
and he ain't slip you none.
No.
See, now that's a problem, bro.
Of course it is, man. This is going back to that August Alstina shit, whatever. People trying to move it on your damn territory,
bro.
I don't know. We'll see how
bro,
that goes.
He trying to August Alstina your Jada. You can't let him August Alsina your Jada. What's wrong with you? Anyway, I digress.
Yeah. Let's talk about this Kevin Hart thing. Man. First of all, let me say, Kevin Hart, if you're hearing this, you are a classic ass man.
Kevin Hart, man.
I think with this whole situation and stuff, with the Oscars, I feel that the way he went about it, he took it to social media and stuff, and he said before he apologized for it then. Yeah. And even apologizing to this day. Yeah. And we talked about on the show. Do you remember when it first broke that he made the comment? It was from when. Which one? So the first time they gave him flack for it was from Seriously Funny. Okay. So that's the one where we're saying where his son was at the party and the little kid was grinding on him and everything, stuff like that. Yeah. With the corduroys, like, grr, grr, sound like somebody shuffling cars because the little kid was grinding on his son. Yeah. That was the first time and stuff, whatever. But he got a little slight backlash and stuff from it, whatever. But it wasn't that extreme because social media wasn't as powerful as it was now.
Right. Of course. Yeah.
Right? A few years ago, he was on the Breakfast Club. When he was on the Breakfast Club, they asked him, would he put on a dress to play a woman role? Right. Whatever, right? So, you know, like the Eddie Murphys and all that type of stuff and everything. When he do it, he said, nah, he's not about that and stuff, whatever. So they said, would you play a gay role? So he said, right now, his main concern is not that, but he said he doesn't feel like that's his position and stuff, whatever. And thing. So a lot of LGBT members and stuff, whatever, they felt a type of way about it, and he apologized about it. Yes. Then. Yeah. Right. So again, this man's slowly but surely, every time the receipts are pulled, he's issuing apologies. Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. And they want to go back and bring this up when it comes to the Oscars time. Of course. Now, my thing and stuff is that for an individual that's been apologizing every time a situation has been brought to him and stuff, whatever, that's classy. Right? Yeah, of course. He's saying it with his chest, like the little dude that he is and stuff, whatever. I can always salute that and stuff, whatever. But what we've been talking about on this show is growth and development. When do you let people and stuff, whatever, grow and develop into something new? Because if he realized this from a decade ago, how wrong it was and stuff then, and he's apologized several times, and then you fast forward to today's time and stuff, and you still want him to apologize for it, whatever, I guess the world doesn't believe in growth and development like how we look at it on the Podical Sons.
And okay, and here's the thing about this, right? Like, for instance, let's say I say something, and what I say offends you, right?
Right.
I see that it offends you, and then I say to myself, okay, I'm apologizing for the offense to you, right?
Right.
You acknowledge my apology,
right,
and say, you know what? I may not be able to forgive it, but I can forget it. You apologize. Let's leave it at that.
Right.
Right? My question is, in a situation like he was put in, how do you know your apology is truly accepted?
You don't.
You don't.
You don't.
So you can apologize to your blue in the face.
Right.
Right? It may not change anything unless whoever you're apologizing to says, you know what, we accept your apology. Then it's done.
So, but it's
because now you can't attack me for the same thing.
Right.
Because you've already told me you've accepted that apology.
Right.
Right. So this is where we're at now, where anytime he's in a position to progress, and someone wants to hold him down, they can bring this up. Because nobody has officially acknowledged his apology.
Well, the Oscars, what did they say? The Oscar committee said, we just wanted him to say sorry for the things, but I'm like, the man said sorry.
But he said sorry already.
So if you can acknowledge that the man did the best thing and stuff, says, you know, I'm going to step down. I said, no, Kevin. We don't want you to step down. We just wanted the apology and everything. He's like, no. I'm going to step down and I'm not going to do the show because it's going to take away all the shine from people that deserve to get these awards.
Yeah.
Because you're going to highlight the fact that this guy said this and you're not going to worry about, and the winner is.
Right, yeah.
And I was like, you're not, like I said, I was upset for the whole growth and development thing because, you know, we talked about it already.
Yeah.
And that person and stuff, whatever, years ago is a different individual and stuff. Now, I'm different.
Oh, yeah.
The 2 years ago me is dumber way to the 2 years later right in front of you now.
Yeah.
Growth and development.
Right.
We acknowledge people and stuff, growth and development here. You just don't acknowledge R. Kelly's growth and development.
Listen. R. Kelly's...
This shit ain't dying, just to let you know.
Let me tell you something. R. Kelly's growth and development went from 15-year-olds to 20-years. That was his growth and development.
Progress, man. Progress, that's progress.
That was his progress.
That's fucking progress.
He ain't doing it. He's doing the same thing.
That's fucking progress.
He upped the age a bit.
Hey, he's getting legal, baby. He's legal. Just saying. But that's what I'm saying.
On a side note, Jacquees is out here calling himself the king of R&B.
Yeah. And how many albums he got? 0?
Jacquees? He got an album?
0 albums? Like, you got Chris Breezy out here dropping like album after album each year, collabing albums with this person, that person, and the third and stuff, whatever. Trey Songz out here beating up people and still dropping albums and shit in between all the mass chaos and destruction and stuff, whatever. And this man got 0. Listen. But then again, I'm a fan if you think you that boss because you in tune with your star play and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
But now you put this bar up, whatever, but you can't reach this bar.
Listen, I only mention him because we brought up R. Kelly.
Yeah.
And R. Kelly will be more of a king of R&B over this dude.
Man said he put the R in R&B, man. That's what I'm saying. And he elevated from 15-year-olds and stuff, whatever, to 20-year-olds, man.
And let's not forget.
And
from the basement
to the closet.
No.
To the sex club.
to the whole sex cult mansion. That's development.
See,
I guess that's
what I'm saying.
growth.
That's what I'm saying. Thank you.
He's still a dirtbag.
All right,
He's
all
still
right.
a dirtbag.
We're agreeing on some shit now. I like this, man. I like this. We're agreeing on some shit now.
The dirtiest bag ever.
But yeah, like salute to Kev, man. I'm like I had to acknowledge that with her, and I'm a fan of that.
No,
I'm a fan how he went about the whole situation.
Listen, you know what I found real dope about it is because when I first heard that he was going to do the show, I was like, yo, that's crazy. He was excited about it because he was saying it would be an honor to do the show. They were saying he would probably be the youngest ever to host the Oscars and so forth like that. So there was, everybody was excited. It was, a real thing. And then just the next day, I'm listening. It's like Kevin Hart is no longer going to host the Oscars. He stepped down. I'm saying, well, why you do that? And that's when I heard the whole thing. But again, I agree with them, man. Listen, man, you ain't gonna make me continuously apologize for something I've already apologized for. Either you're gonna accept it the first time or don't accept it at all.
So let me ask you this then. Since social media won't let you forget, would you still do the things that you would do today? So let's say, for example, stuff like, I don't know, say you fuck around and made a sex tape and stuff whatever in the past, right?
Right.
With whosoever and stuff. And you agreed to it then. Right? But there's still a possibility that said person might leak it and stuff, whatever, because they're like, you know what? This dude right here, he has a podcast popping and stuff. I bet you they don't know he popped that thing. And then they just didn't, would you still do the things you would do today? Like, because I feel like you can't do anything now. They're going to crucify you for even doing anything you want to do.
Yeah, no, yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. There's nothing sacred to an individual anymore. And, you could be recorded anywhere at any time, whether it just be audio or visual. Right? So, and that's just the thing. I think it's twofold. I think you're gonna have the people always who are gonna try and do the bullshit to garnish the attention, right? And now you're gonna have people who are gonna be less of themselves to not expose so much.
That's a fact.
To not expose so much for attention.
Me.
That's me too.
That's me. I tell people all the time and stuff, whatever. Just be mindful what you post.
Yeah.
Because my thing and stuff is that shit like this. Like, for example, like, picture you just minding your business stuff. You went to a restaurant with your wife.
Right.
And you're eating something and stuff, whatever. You're like, hashtag, or nom 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 for this food and everything like that, whatever. Fucking 2 years later, they're going to tell you and stuff, whatever. That wasn't an actual pork chop you were eating and stuff, whatever. That was actually some long lost ancient cat.
Right.
So now Peter is now ripping that restaurant a new asshole.
Right.
And people be like, wait a minute, not your average Joseph ate from that fucking restaurant and stuff, whatever.
Right.
He's a cat eater.
Right.
Then you're looking like, well, damn, I should have posted that.
Right. Then the image resurfaces remixed.
Yeah, I know. They're gonna put a Garfield theme song to that bitch too.
They're gonna put what type of cat it was, which family it belonged to.
That's true.
How it got killed, how it ended up on my plate. These are the things, right? And it's one simple.
Yeah, once the meme squad gets to you, that's your ass. Well, look at Deontay Wilder.
But listen, you don't even have to be doing anything wrong.
That's true.
Look what just happened to what's his name? Astro. The rapper, what's his name? Oh.
Travis Scott. Yeah.
Okay? They hired a look-alike Travis Scott. Set him up. Set this guy to stand on a balcony with some hot chick. Hand in toe, and then start spreading it all over the internet. Oh, Travis cheating on wifey. It's like, dude, they're manufacturing stuff.
Well, yeah, I mean,
You don't even have to give them stuff. They're manufacturing stuff. So you really have to be careful.
But look at 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine is locked up and everything, and they have like so many bootleg 6ix9ine lookalikes and stuff all over their goddamn place.
Yeah.
And the videos stuff pop up left, right, and center. You know that man's incarcerated and stuff,
Yeah.
whatever, right? So I mean, it happens. Like I said, once the meme squad gets your ass, that's your ass, Mr. Postman.
They
that's
got you,
your
man.
ass.
They memeing you all over the place.
Yo, I don't know, man. I'm scared. I be mindful of what you post. I just tell everybody that. Just be mindful of what you post and just kind of keep it clear as mud for you. And let everybody and stuff for that. It's up to interpretation and stuff for everybody else.
Yeah, 100%. 100%, man.
Because I mean, I'd be damn and stuff for that. For like, I look somewhere and I take a photo and stuff for like a MAGA hat that was on the ground. I take a photo with it in my hand. Somebody's gonna be like, so fucking marvelous, you bastard. After you talking all that Kanye MAGA man shit, you got a MAGA hat in your hand. And you're like, whoa.
No. You know what the caption's gonna be? I didn't get it on time when it was on his head. So I got my phone out, but after I got my phone out, he already took it off his head and had it in his hand. They wild, man. They wild.
They would. You get 8 like 4 times 2 out here for real. Nah, I guess yeah. You just,
they wild, man. They're manufacturing stuff.
Yo, can we officially call 2018 28B or 201B instead of 8? Because this year felt like the official Cardi B year.
Or 2018 B.
I feel like the whole year was all Cardi B, from like the beginning of the year to December.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, her album was waiting to come out. She got pregnant. She performed on Saturday Night Live. She aired out her pregnancy then.
You know, we could actually probably bring this reign back to last summer.
True. Very true. But I want to say
Because when did her album drop? It was the beginning of this year?
This year.
The beginning of this year.
Year.
She had that, because she was the reigning thing.
She had Bodak Yellow taken off last year.
Right. I mean, the only let's be real. The only 2 names that were like mentioning like hard like that from, I would say, summer of last year till now was her and 6ix9ine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did I mean it was really her and 6ix9ine that, you know what I mean? Others were there, but on a constant week to week, month to month base, they always had their shine in there. So this is I'd give her this 2018 as well. I mean, from the beginning of the year where she dropped the album.
Mm-hmm. Had the baby. You know what I mean? She's the singles that dropped before the album, kind of carried through. She's got the I don't know if the Fashion Nova deal happened this year. It happened this year.
It happened this year. Her
and Nicki Minaj's camp got into it at the Met Gala.
Yeah.
And like in September, and then she had a little lump on her head like a unicorn. Right? Then she just broke up with Offset. Broke up with Offset and stuff for her, and like the whole world's depressed. I found out from a coworker and stuff for her the following day or something like that. Whatever. I'm like, what's wrong with you? She's like, Cardi B and Offset's broken up. I'm like, the fuck is that got to do with your bills? But you know what I'm saying? Like,
you just be careful with me.
Yeah. Well, you know, I was like, I don't know. Maybe he didn't ring the phone. I don't know. But that's what I'm saying. Like, this year has been through and through Cardi B. Cardi B has been a name and stuff, whatever, that been mentioned across everywhere.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay. So, I mean, and ending the year in a split up divorce, whatever it is they want to call it. So, here's my thing. Because we know the world of entertainment, right?
Right.
We know things are not always like it seems, right? We also know that it's a business where if you're not being mentioned, you're quickly forgotten.
True.
Right? With that being said, a lot of these artists are doing stuff to basically keep their name in the media. Right?
Right.
Especially artists who are emerging and trying to build themselves and stuff like that. Like, let's face it, 6ix9ine did a lot of bullshit, but he did a lot of bullshit to stay in the media and have that media awareness.
Absolutely,
and
absolutely.
That's what really made him was
He trolled.
the bullshit.
The trolling.
You
Yeah.
So he used that to his advantage. My whole thing is, can Cardi B be taking a play out of the book? Because, mind you, listen, I don't know how Hollywood relationships work.
Me worse.
If I'm gonna go off my own experience, I don't know how you can meet somebody today and marry them tomorrow.
That's true.
I mean, I do hear of, I guess love at first sight is a thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
you're not that type.
But I'm not that type. Plus, the two of you are in an industry.
Right. But you got money, and you're in a different type of dance, though.
They got money. They're in different type of dances. But the two of them aren't in the same type of industry, right? An industry that's known not for faithful couples.
Yeah.
Not for faithful relationships.
Yeah.
Right? So knowing that, how do you just meet a person in like months, be ready to marry them? So,
because it's the in thing, it's the hip thing.
It's either the in thing or it's a publicity stunt.
I mean, here's the thing: when it comes to publicity stunts, stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like they really got to do the most to kind of make me feel like it's a publicity stunt, because I want to say, because knowing who's whichever celebrity they are,
yeah,
even if they take out their garbage, paparazzi and the media and stuff is there.
Right.
Look at TMZ. TMZ is making their money off of shit like that, whatever, right? So my thing and stuff is that if like you really and truly, like you were in that spotlight and you really and truly wanted to do something pertaining for your wife,
yeah,
and you wanted to buy her, I don't know, a particular pony or some shit like that, whatever.
Yeah.
The media is gonna find a way and stuff to spin that narrative real nice to say, not your average Joseph bought his wife a bootleg unicorn.
Yeah, I can see it.
And so that's what I'm saying. You're not doing it for the publicity aspect. You're doing it because you're like, yo, your wife probably had a childhood dream that she always wanted to have a unicorn, a unicorn in the back and everything. Like,
Okay.
So that's something. I feel like the publicity thing. 6ix9ine.
Yeah.
That boy worked hard for them trolling things. That everything he did,
Dude,
besides music,
it might almost cost. It might be costing him his life right now.
Everything minus in his music was a publicity stunt to me.
Yeah.
To me, that was it.
All right. Well, I mean, okay. So, all right. Let's not move off of Cardi B so quick, and let me get into my publicity stunt.
Go ahead.
All right. So, here's how I kind of, this is my scenario. All right. She's going in. She's getting her buzz. Right. Now, I'm not entirely sure how her introduction into the Migos camp happened. If it was prior, and I think she was already, I'm not sure. Maybe she was already dating Offset. Is it Offset?
Yeah.
Maybe already dating Offset before she joined QC.
I think so.
I think so, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's my thing, right? She rolling with Offset, this, that, and stuff. They start smashing. She gets pregnant. Right? So now, she gets pregnant. There's a buzz going on. Migos is hot. She's hot. They have a baby. So, regardless of it's meant to be or not, it's gonna be a news item. It's gonna be talked
Obviously.
about. It's gonna be, you know what I mean, it's gonna be put up to the forefront.
Obviously, there's two music icons or two music heavy players and stuff that are having a baby.
Now, having a baby don't necessarily mean that you have to get married, because
No.
Hollywood, they have kids all over the damn place.
Exactly.
And they ain't marrying nobody.
Exactly.
You understand? So we know from that standpoint, they didn't feel like they needed to get married. Right? So it's at that point now, one of two things. Either you really, 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 really love this person and decide you can't live without him, you're gonna marry them. Or to me, it's gonna be a marriage of convenience.
Convenience.
Okay, so now, in order for you to really, 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 really love that person, you gotta put that time in. You can't fall that deep in love where you would say, I'm gonna get married with you tomorrow in that short amount of time. So for me, it was a marriage of convenience.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So what makes it? So then, so let's go with that now. So then, well, what's the signals for that? Well, how long after was he married and the baby dropped that he got caught with a big booty stripper walking around and so forth like that?
Oh, in the room.
In the room. How long ago after that was that? After the marriage?
Not that long.
Not that long, right?
Not that long.
She had to go up, and Cardi had to defend that, right?
Right.
There's been rumors and allegations since then going around that Cardi has to defend, right? Remember, these are two people who were in love, just had a child, just got married.
Right.
Right? Are they moving like that? No. Then come to the end of the year, they decide that they're going to separate. They ain't been together a year yet. They decide they're going to separate, right?
Well, it's relative science. You put your hands on a hot pot, a second can seem like an hour. Put your hands on a hot woman, an hour can seem like a second. It's all relative. So we might look at it and stuff as that, like, yo, it's less than a year, but to them, they probably made it feel like it was 15 years in the mix.
Oh, so now it's time to call it
I'm
quits?
just saying. I'm just saying. I don't know. I'm trying to defend the bullshit. I don't know.
No, it's bullshit. You can't defend it. All right? The marriage started at the top of the year when Cardi's album dropped, right?
Right.
At the top of the year when Cardi's album dropped.
Right.
That's when the marriage occurred, right?
Correct.
All right. Coming to the end of the year, right? What has Cardi B done?
Performances and shit, and had baby. No, baby is, yeah.
Okay, but within the last 2 months, what has she done?
Not much.
Not much.
Not much.
Right? Then what is it time for?
Publicity.
Okay. Thank you. It's time for publicity stunt. So what are we gonna come up with? Me and Offset, we ain't this that.
Separated.
No, bitch. Y'all been having problems since you got married.
That's true. So then if out of nowhere they pop up and stuff with some shit, like they're getting back together in a blank period. We went through some counseling and
we went
they're right back in the media.
That we back together.
Yeah.
That's another boost. Publicity back up again.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, man. I listen. I watch all these. I watch all of them careful, man, because it's the troll. This is new age trolling, bro.
Be careful.
This is new age trolling, bro. Anything for likes, anything to keep attention going. That's the name of the game.
Say it, man. Money isn't the root of all evil anymore. Attention is.
There you go.
And when I heard that, I was like, that's facts.
Facts, man.
That's facts. People don't give a fuck about whatever. They
they
want to know how much followers they have, and how much little shit how much likes they can accrue, all that type of stuff.
And you know what? Money is still the root, because check this out. Look how we flipped that. What people are doing, what Fab is saying is that attention that they're seeking. A lot of people are seeking that attention, hoping that it translates
to money,
into some sort of fame, which translates into money.
Right.
So here we get right back to the root, but now the root has a face to it, a different face to it, which is attention, because attention now can garnish you dollars.
True. Very true. In today's times, that's fact.
Yeah, attention can garnish you dollars.
So I guess Cardi B will be ready for the award season. She gonna pop up in a show or two. Maybe not a full show, but she'll probably announce a few winners. So she'll be ready soon.
This year,
And
we gonna give out the award for Best New Hip Hop Artist.
Ow.
I can't be giving the award to myself.
Yeah. Award season's coming up, man. She's
crazy.
She's gonna be here, man. What award shows you watch? Me, I only watch 3. I watch 3 like clockwork and stuff. But I don't watch the Grammys. Don't watch those other ones. I watch the MTV Video Music Awards, Video Game Awards that pop off in December, and I watch the Porn Awards.
Okay.
So those are the 3 awards that I look forward to stuff, whatever, too. Like if I'm gonna watch an award thing and stuff. MTV gives me a base on what's popping off in pop culture music.
Right.
Video Game Awards let me know like what I want to rock with, whatever, what I'm gonna spend my money on and everything.
Right.
And the porn thing just lets me know and stuff, whatever, like, you know, the new characters, the new talent in the world, and they have a lot of celebrities that perform at there. Like even this year, 2018, Lil Wayne performed.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Kanye hosted, I think, the Pornhub Awards and everything. So I mean, like, yo, that don't sleep on the perverts. We coming out here, man. We out here.
Man, I can remember. I think the last award show I watched would have been the Grammys, and it's gotta been hella years back. I don't know. They really don't interest me as much.
Is it a committee? Like, cause who chooses these? Like, who's the people picking these winners?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you, man. I mean, with the Grammy, there's obviously a Grammy committee.
Yeah, there's a Grammy committee.
Who they get together and they
Grammy
vote
committee,
on
Oscar committee.
Yeah. All of them got committees, right?
Yeah,
and it's I think it's amongst peers and so forth like that.
But that's
that these things are
subjective as shit,
judged.
though.
It is. It's always subjective, these award shows and so forth like that. So I mean, pretty much, I just wait for the next day and get the recaps.
Yeah.
YouTube, whoever's talking about it.
The news is gonna play it regardless.
News is gonna play. They're gonna play all the highlights. If anything went down, you won't find it on a YouTube clip.
Pretty much.
Or on IG, or you know what I mean. So anybody wilding, you're gonna find that part. So I think, heading forward, what I've been doing is just skipping the show because the show comes with all the boring parts. And just waiting for the next day where
you get
all the parts that I want.
You get the highlight reel.
Yeah, the highlight reel. That's all I need.
Yeah, you know what? That makes sense. I should do the same damn thing. But they won't give me a highlight reel on the Video Game Awards.
Nor the Porn Awards. No.
Because they won't tell you real quick and stuff for their best new threesome or hot popping threesome and everything like that, whatever. On the regular news.
I don't think you'll get that on an IG or Facebook clip.
That sucks. Yeah. I'm hurt.
Or YouTube. You're gonna have to actually watch.
I have to watch that and stuff. But it's alright. No, I had no problem watching it.
I'm pretty sure you don't have no problems watching it.
Me and the wife, we watch it a few times. So I mean, hey, why not?
It's funny you should mention that because they do. I think it's in Vegas. That they
big ass show before
that they do the awards.
Yeah.
So one time, right? My man.
Hold on. Were you nominated for an award? Is there something you need to tell me?
I wasn't nominated for anything.
You sure?
I'm 100% positive.
So we don't judge on Podical Sons.
One time, my man, he worked for Roland Corporation. They make the keyboards and stuff like that, music stuff, right? So he was in Las Vegas for the CES convention.
What is CES?
The Consumer Electronics Show.
Okay.
So he was there for the CES, right? The Consumer Electronics Show. The same time he was there,
the Porn Awards shows.
Porn Awards was going on. So he was saying. So he's telling me. So one night he was coming. He's the days ended. He's about to wrap up, so he's going back to the hotel and stuff like that. So he jumps into the elevator. Right? And the Snow Bunny jumps into the elevator right after him. Yeah, so I mean, so he gets into the elevator now, right?
Mm-hmm.
and the Snow Bunny walks in.
For those at home who don't know what a snow bunny is, it's a hot, poppin', 10 out of 10 white girl.
AKA Snow Bunny. So anyway, she got the Mardi Gras beads on, right?
In Vegas?
In Vegas. I don't know what was going on. And I think he may have had a one or two Mardi Gras beads going on too. So I guess at some point, there's some type of theme that's happening in Vegas.
Yeah.
In regards to that. So she was like, oh, I like your beads. And he's like, oh, you can have them, right? And he puts it on her neck and stuff like that. So, mind you, this dude, he's a married man, right? So then, he ain't looking for anything other than to go to his room and sleep.
Right.
He said it was the most uncomfortable elevator ride he had ever had. Because the way how she was behaving and acting, he knew all he had to say was just come to my hotel room. And she would have came to his hotel room.
Yeah, but what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Except STDs.
Except STDs and except to a man's conscience.
Fact.
Because it'll ride a man's conscience if he lets it, right? So he wasn't trying to have any of that at all. And he's saying the way how she looked at him was like, she was just waiting for him to ask, or she was expecting to ask. I mean, I'm thinking, she probably a porn star saying, hell, I'm a porn star. Why you ain't asking? Right? So when he gave me that whole scenario, I was like, man, that's crazy to be at one award show and that award show is happening at the same time. You should ask for at least some free passes or something like that.
I mean, it's a big deal, stuff, whatever. I mean, like, could you imagine, though? Like, you're in the elevator and you're expecting, like, any elevator situation and stuff is kind of awkward now to me. Because I feel like everybody always reaching for their phones now, right?
Right.
But you walk into an elevator and stuff, whatever. You see somebody who's, like, I guess, kind of porn star built or stripper built.
Yeah.
And then you get in a situation and stuff where she's like, I like your beads or I like your cologne. You're looking like, thank you.
Thank you.
I guess.
Would you like the beads?
And then if they hit you with a finalizer, like to say, it'd be better if you put the beads somewhere else. Then you're looking like, this is my floor. I pressed the wrong floor at first.
You turn all Scooby that.
I don't know. Yo, I don't know. Salute to the awards. Salute to those porn awards. They are a big deal.
Yeah.
And they're like at first and stuff, whatever. Like I never paid them no attention and stuff, whatever before until I realized how big and stuff, whatever they were. So I mean, like I said, to the other awards and stuff, whatever, I don't pay them no mind too much. The People's Choice, maybe, because I guess it feel like it's a collective thing.
Right.
Like when people get a chance to vote and say their piece and stuff, I'm a fan of that more than a specific set committee.
Right. Yeah.
Right. So that's.
I mean, the People's Choice Awards let you know what the people be thinking, because it's the people picking, right? It's supposedly the people who are picking. So the People's Choice Awards will let you know what the people are thinking. Otherwise than that, it's a committee. And
you said a lot of fucking peoples right there just a while ago. You said people.
These my peoples. They call me peoples, cause I mentioned my peoples.
Peoples. I wanted to ask you, man.
Yeah, ask away, bro.
Is creativity needed in music videos today? Like, I want to say this year, we got a piece of something like God's Plan by Drake. And the song, beautiful song, great song.
Yeah.
The video did not match the song, not one so bit. In the song, it said, I finessed down Western Road. I've been meeting Scarlet Road. And he's in Miami giving out money and checks.
Meanwhile, people on Scarlet and Western Road broke as a motherfucker.
Yeah, they're looking for Drake to come do some shit like that.
Yeah, bro.
And
that ain't finessing, bro.
He didn't finesse nobody.
No. He finessed
them.
He did
bless them.
Scarlet and Western Road.
Right. He finessed Western and Scarlet, but he didn't bless.
He didn't bless them. He finessed them.
Right.
Yeah.
So, And then you got like Childish Gambino with like This Is America. This Is America and stuff, whatever. Like that video had so much words and meanings and stuff like behind it, from like the dancing to the church killings to all that type of stuff, like the war, the riots and all that type of stuff. So is creativity needed? Because I felt like a video like Childish Gambino, I feel that a music video should correlate with the song.
Right.
And then if you have the chance to make it like a mini thriller, like Mike Jackson used to do it.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, you know, when they used to put like the time and effort and all that type of stuff, whatever, because now we're in time and stuff, whatever. You can actually get the song, listen to the song for probably like 3-4 minutes.
Yeah.
But then the video and stuff will have that much more of an impact, whatever. And then for now, you're telling people like, yo, I know you heard that song, but did you check out the video? You need to check out the video.
Well, I mean, and here's the thing with Mr. Danny Childish Gambino Glover, is that he's more than just a rapper.
Right.
Right? He's an actor
Slash
director songwriter
you just call him Slash.
Just call him Slash.
Yeah.
You understand? So he's either gonna do one thing. He's either gonna do a few things in regards to his art form. He's gonna give you video and film with stuff like Atlanta, right? Or he gonna give you the music side with the Childish Gambino stuff. But he's so creative that he can meld the two, right? So to me, that's how I picture This Is America. When I think when he's writing This Is America, he already has the visuals that's gonna go along with the song in his head. So, and he's writing not only is he writing towards the visuals, but the visuals in his head is also creating the writing. So it's funny when I first seen the video, then went back and listened to the song, I'm like, well, this is not really a song that you could just wild out to, party to.
Well, that's some thought process.
Yeah, that they would be bumping on the radio as like yo, this is the joint to bump. It's a thought song. Right. You understand? So in order for the thought song to really work, it has to have visuals. But then it has to have visuals.
But then you have so many artists and stuff, whatever, right? Now. Yeah. Like, especially they'll sing a song and stuff, or like you might have a rapper that might do a song. Yeah. And he's just in his hood. And he's just in his hood around, surrounded by his peoples, and he's just standing on top of cars, and just rapping and stuff for that. And there's no creativity and stuff behind
But that example, what I'm giving Danny Glover is because that he's in a different lane, right? You know what I mean? He's slash, right? Right. So for him it's not hard for him to do that. It's not hard for him to put a concept together, whether it be song or video, right? Right. Look, let's face it, man. Some of these nowadays rappers can't even put a song together.
Talk about it.
They can't even put a song together. Very true. Much less
a video.
Putting a video, right? So we see a lot of these videos that they shoot. They have there's no concept to it at all. It's just like how you're saying. Dude with a whole bunch of his friends, you know what I mean? Or dude with a whole bunch of girls. One location shot. Probably shot with an iPhone. So, and that's the next thing. It's so easy to shoot videos now that anybody can do it. Yeah. Right? And if every and anybody are doing it, what skill level is gonna be involved now then? Right? Who's the person that's gonna say, you know what? That's cool, but if we shoot the shot from this angle, we'll get a better perspective. You know what? This is cool. Hey, how about we try it at this location? They don't even have the word of all to even say, listen, yeah, this location was good. We got it for free, but there's probably a couple more locations that we can go and get for free and so forth like that. Mind you, you do have some of these young cats that are doing it,
Right.
but majority of it is just, in the video, the quality is straight hood quality, and they're just looking at it as, shit, I got a hot song out, I need to put a visual towards it.
So do you think percentage-wise and stuff, whatever, it's needed? Creativity is needed or not? Because these ones with these hood songs and everything and shit like that, whatever,
Yeah.
their video might miss the mark, but I guess it just would be that song. Like, all right, example, Chief Keef.
Right.
I don't like the song, right?
Yeah.
When I heard the song, I felt like, yeah, it was like, like some tough boy type stuff, whatever,
Yeah.
Nigga, that's that shit I don't like,
Yeah.
And then when I seen the video, I'm like, this video is kind of super sus, a whole bunch of dudes jumping up and down with their shirts off,
Yeah.
just yelling around, pushing each other. It was like, it wasn't even a woman in sight, and so I don't know, but that's what I'm saying. Like the video,
it's the YouTube culture, right? And when I say YouTube culture, I speak about this all the time. We listen to music differently. Music is now visual,
right?
If someone mentions to me about a new song, the first place I go to is YouTube, right? So cats know this stuff. You understand? So they understand the importance of it. Doesn't even matter what visual. They understand that it's important to have a visual for it to be on certain platforms.
Right.
You understand? That's why you see a lot of lyric videos.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So you have the lyrics to look at and stuff.
You see a lot of lyric videos. There's that visual aspect to it. It'll just be a still photo, but they need something as a space holder for the music to reside in.
True.
You understand? So with that being said, that's why there isn't a lot of creativity in the video, because the videos, for the most part, an afterthought, and really only done to get the music up there.
Get to some real shit. I know they say chivalry is dead. And they said that some people say women kill chivalry. Some people say men kill chivalry. But in today's time, is loyalty dead? Because I feel like the reason why I say that is because you have side chicks of Charlotte, real side chicks, all the above. We talk about like the casual boo shit, this, side chick option. Chris Brown, these hoes ain't loyal. Like the loyalty and stuff, whatever. I feel like that might be the most priceless and expensive thing at the same time. Is loyalty dead?
I don't think it's dead. I just think there's less of it. And I think that has more to do with the change in attitude.
Change in attitude. Elaborate for me.
I mean, at one point, when I was growing up, the idea thing was to grow up, get old, get a family, get married.
Right.
That's not how they look at it nowadays. You know what I mean? Nowadays is grow up, get money. Then
get money.
Then get whatever, money. Anything else that money can afford you.
Yeah.
A lot of people ain't looking towards family life. And because a lot of people are not looking towards family life, you know what I mean? They're on that single to mingle type train. And being on that single to mingle type train, how do you develop an understanding of loyalty?
Loyalty. Oh. Easy, Dr. Phil.
But I mean, think about it. So how do you develop that, that loyalty? Because your thing is you want a girlfriend for today, and it may you already told yourself it may not be the same girlfriend that you're gonna have tomorrow.
Right.
It's not gonna be maybe not be the same girlfriend that you're gonna have next week from now.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So if it's not the same girlfriend that you're gonna have next week from now, are you really gonna be loyal to her today?
That's true. That's valid, because if there's gonna be an expiration and stuff on it, whatever, you're not gonna waste your time and stuff with it and put too much into it, right?
No, you're not.
You're buying a box of milk and stuff, whatever, and you're buying this gallon of milk and everything and stuff. For a fact the expiration and stuff is December 13th. In your mind and stuff, December 13th and stuff is right around the corner and everything. So when you wake up December 14th and stuff, and if you still can get a little bit of milk out of that thing and stuff, whatever,
Yeah.
you're counting your blessings
Count
for
your
that
blessings.
extra little bit. But
Yeah.
you know for a fact, whatever, another few days later, it's gone. Sayonara. You got to move on and go get some other.
You're on to the next carton. You're on to the next carton.
On to the next carton. On to the next carton.
And then a lot of people nowadays don't know what they actually want, so they're continuously searching, and then they pick up somebody and realize, yo, the person who I picked up don't have what I want.
True.
You know what I mean? And now they're on the move again. So I don't think it's dead. I think it still survives, maybe in smaller pockets. There's people out there who are, still looking, still coming with traditions, still coming with that mentality of, family first, being a unit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Helping one each other. Stuff like that requires loyalty. You know what I mean? So the people who are looking for that type of thing, or who want to be a part of that type of thing, will develop. I think will develop a sense of loyalty if they don't already have it.
Right.
Or be miserable trying to seek it.
Be miserable to try and seek loyalty, or
Try
to be
miserable.
loyal.
Be miserable trying to be loyal. Because the end game stuff, what they want requires that loyalty, and if they can't nail down that loyalty, then the end game is out of reach for some.
Right.
Out of reach for most, maybe. I don't think I think it's even harder in this day and age. I don't think it's dead though.
It's just harder to attain.
Harder to attain. And not even in relationship wise, even friendship wise.
Everything. Everything.
friendship-wise.
Friendship wise, relationship wise, business wise. I mean, you have a situation where you had like well, look at the Dame Dash and Jay-Z thing, right? With the whole Rockefeller stuff, whatever.
Well, look,
from a person that kind of just helped you create you being this entity. You know, the man was Sean Carter before, and then helped create him into this entity. And then for a man to look at you and say, look, you get a piece of this pebble while I walk away with this boulder called the rock.
Right.
And I feel like when does loyalty kick in and say, like, bruh, you helped make me into a thing. So that's how when Jay even made that line and stuff, whatever, in Lost Ones, I heard motherfuckers saying they made Hove. Okay, so make another Hove.
Right.
And I was like, but bruh, like, what's the loyalty lie? Whatever, right? Like I get told all the time and stuff, whatever. I'm loyal. I'm way too loyal. Right?
Loyal to a fault.
I'm loyal to a fault.
Yeah.
I think like me, I feel like it's deep down inside with myself, I don't feel like there's nothing wrong with me being like that, whatever.
No, nothing wrong
but
with
in
it.
today's times, I won't survive.
No, yes.
I won't survive. And I'm a father and I have to teach my son certain type of things and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't know how that might transcend for him if like I realized this, me, at age 33.
Yeah.
To see this and stuff, whatever, know that like shit, a lesser man in my position won't survive. Probably slit his wrist, jump off a building, take a bathtub, full up with a toaster.
This day and age definitely doesn't. This day and age is definitely not for the good guy.
No.
It's not kind to the good guy whatsoever. We're living in a different time, bro. You know what I mean? It's like sometimes my good guy status just gets stomped on, bro. You know what I mean? And
you feel like that too?
and I can't help it because I can't now change who I am.
Right.
Because
this is your core and this is how you are built.
It's what I've been raised with.
Right.
It's what I took from my parents. You understand? So I can't just throw it aside or throw it one side because the world has now changed. And you know what I mean? And the younger people coming up in the world don't understand this type of thing.
Well, we're supposed to adapt though as humans.
Yeah, we gotta adapt. Right? We gotta adapt. But adapting still doesn't mean that we have to change. We just adapt.
Fair. See it. Let's see. Got your little Dr. Phil little suit on over there.
Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna loosen up my tie a little bit because it's getting stuffy in the room.
All right, so we're gonna come to everybody's favorite moment. The question time.
Dirt bag of the week.
So the question that drove a lot of static and a lot of people feeling the type of way. I guess I noticed stuff with it whenever I ever ask questions pertaining to like parents and lovers.
Yeah.
People get tight.
That's the tense.
That's when they get
tense
tight.
Factor.
That's when they get tight. So the question I asked: Who rides shotgun when you're driving? Your wife or your mother?
You see, now, this is where you think strategically.
You ain't fucking your mom.
No, you certainly ain't. And your wife didn't drop you.
Facts.
She certainly didn't.
She didn't bring you in this world.
Right? So this is my strategic thinking. I'm gonna give you an answer. Right?
Go ahead.
I'm gonna give you an answer. Wife will ride shotgun.
Why?
Simply because my mom's being the person who she is.
She'll slide to the back automatic.
She'll automatically slide to the back.
That's I said the same thing.
That's who my mom is. That type of person. Even if I try to put her in the front, she goes request. No. She goes
exactly.
No. Make your wife in the front.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. When I ask a question, people aren't looking at like who their spouse is and what they know about their parent.
Yeah.
They just jump up and stuff for them and say, no, mom rides in front. So I'm like, but why? Your mom would just automatically just walk towards the front of the car knowing that your wife is there, or your father, or like, I said, ask as a woman.
Yeah.
I'm like, your father just automatically walk to the front of the car. I'm like, you may call him daddy in the morning, but at nighttime, you're calling that man, the husband, daddy. So I'm like, who is really getting this
Who's
front
daddy?
seat?
Who's daddy?
Who's daddy?
And again, like, I don't know, and everybody's different, and that's why we always lead off with this. There's no right and wrong to these answers, because ultimately, like a question like this does really depend on who your spouse is and who your mother is. You understand?
Absolutely.
So with me saying that, I mean, at the same time, my wife would be like, let your mom sit in the front seat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, she'd be like, no, it's okay. Your mom can sit in the front seat. So that's why I'm saying my real answer would be, wife, I feel tired. You drive. I'm gonna kick it in the back seat.
Fucking United Nations over here trying to delegate his ass out of a situation.
I feel tired. You mind driving? Mom, keep her company in the front seat. I'm gonna just stretch out in the back.
For the record, I love to be chauffeured now, maybe because I drive so much.
Yeah.
So if I get a chance to sit in the back seat and just people watch and sightsee and everything,
I'm
all with it.
Listen, man, look. Call me a scrub, because I love the passenger seat. Yeah. I've been sitting in the driver's seat way too long.
Thank you. Way too long. Way too long. I can people watch, do whatever I want, open up my phone, not a hassle, nothing.
Nah, scrub-a-dub-dub. That's me, bro.
Yeah, man. I'm good, man. I guess that's it for this week, man. You got anything to say? Anything?
No, that's it. I mean, we're rolling close to the Christmas season.
Yep, end of the year wrapping up.
Just people be out there, be safe when you get in your presents and stuff like that. Try to beat the rush. Try not to have to swing at nobody for grabbing the same item that you grabbed.
Man, get your Amazon Prime account and just order your shit from Amazon.
No, yeah, or do that. No, well, you know what? I would agree with that, but we're living in Toronto, and we recently just had a Canada Post strike.
Oh,
so
see, I thought that too. You're absolutely right on that aspect and stuff, whatever, with the rolling strike and everything.
Listen, they're already talking about there's going to be delays of packaging reaching to people. So some of us in Toronto who expecting to get the Christmas gift on time, it might not happen. They might not get it on time.
So I'm going to tell y'all what y'all need to do and stuff in Ontario and Canada when y'all listening to this, whatever. I need y'all go play y'all Ludacris, pull up in the parking lot, just play some Move Bitch, get out the way when you fight for them parking spaces, and get ready just to keep throwing them bows and stuff when you're going through buying your shopping. Because other than that, either Amazon and wait or throw them bows with war.
Listen, I went to the Brampton City Center on Black Friday.
How was that?
Listen, I didn't even get to the parking lot. I sat down in the traffic to park a good 15 to 20 minutes.
Yikes.
Not moving. To the point where I usually park, I wasn't even trying to park where I usually park. I was just like, you know what? Whatever parking's close to me,
Whatever's clever.
I'm gonna grab that because it's just insane and ridiculous.
Yeah.
Insane and ridiculous. So hopefully none of y'all have to go through that if you've already done all your Christmas shopping, you've got it out of the way. If not, just send some money around, man. Send some money around.
Why not?
Yeah, I mean, hit me and Marvelous up for our email addresses. You can send us some email cash gifts.
Cash
We're accepting these things, you know.
PayPal.
If you don't want to send us no money, we're still looking forward to being sponsored by the water company, which Trace Water.
Trace.
So, you know, we'll you know, either from the company itself or, you know, just a loving individual, a case of Trace Water, you know what I mean? That'll hold us down for a few episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Send it down.
All right. Well, that's it.
That's it. Thank you for listening to the Podical Sons. Remember, the difference between stupidity and genius is that genius has its limits. Peace.
Peace.
The Podical Sons.